to bring us more details. I think we got cut off earlier on, but just to give you a recap on what is happening in Ugunja. Tallying, of course, is still ongoing. The tallying of votes, and agents and supporters are said to be at the tallying center witnessing the counting of votes. But right now, I want us to move on to still in Kasipul constituency. Police in Kasipul, Homa Bay County, have arrested indeed 22 people in connection with the violence that rocked the mini polls today. Homa Bay Town MP Peter Kaluma was injured after being assaulted by a group of youth alleged to be linked to independent candidate Philip Aroko. The confrontation happening in a constituency that has been on the edge throughout the campaign period, claiming several lives, forcing the electoral body IEBC to find both leading candidates and 1 million shillings each for fueling the chaos. This story was produced by Grace Nanga. Let's take a look.
The chaos that erupted during the Kasipul by-election, culminating in the assault of Homa Bay Town MP Peter Kaluma by goons allegedly linked to candidate Philip Aroko, and has caused a persistent pattern of political intolerance and weak electoral discipline in some areas. The violence symptomatic of deeper issues that have defined this by-election from the onset.
Attacked by Aroko with a team of goons. They have gone with a gun for my bodyguard, and you can see they have told me, and he's the one who was telling them to hit me when I'm with them. These people want to cause violence so that they scare people from voting, because they know we have won already. So come out and vote. You see, they have attacked me, but I'm still here. There is no issue.
Police have arrested 22 people found with what they describe as crude weapons. The suspects, mostly youths according to police, were apprehended at different points along the Oyugis Kindubei Road. Officers also impounded 5 vehicles allegedly used to facilitate the group's movement. Homa Bay County Police Commander Lawrence Koilem said investigations have been launched to establish the group's intention. Kasipul has been on the security radar throughout the campaign period. Rival supporters frequently clashed, resulting in fatalities and sparking concerns about escalating political violence in areas historically considered ODM strongholds. Despite calls for calm, both leading candidates were fined 1 million shillings each by the electoral body, an unprecedented penalty meant to rein in the chaos.
A most stern warning be and is hereby issued to both candidates that should any violation of the electoral code be repeated by any of them, this committee will consider all penalties under the law.
Thursday's violence shows that monetary sanctions alone cannot dismantle entrenched political rivalry fueled by youth militia groups. The fact that violence erupted despite heightened police presence suggests gaps in intelligence, planning, or the willingness of security agencies to confront politically connected groups.
In attacked as police are watching. In fact, I was standing with the police officers. So I wanted to request that if there are instructions that the police connive and be complicit in chaos for whatever reason, we want to request the IG and the minister that the police need to be much more firm.
Unless structural reforms address the incentives for violence, by-elections in political sensitive regions may continue to be theaters of intimidation, undermining voters' confidence and electoral integrity.
Well, from Kasipul constituency, let us now head to another hotly contested seat. That's Malava by-elections. Our reporter Jeff Kirui has been camping there the whole day. And Jeff, if you can hear me, what is the latest from the ground regarding the results?
Well, very good evening, Leah. What currently is happening at Malava Boys High School? This is the constituency tallying center for Malava constituency, and this is where the results from all the 198 polling stations will be collated, and ultimately a winner be announced here. what we have witnessed is that this is a two-horse race, clearly from the results that are streaming in. And it is a race between UDA candidate David Ndakwa and the DAP Kenya candidate Seth Panyako. Right now I'm going to go through three or four results that have already been announced by the IEBC. These are just random results from 25 polling stations that have officially.
Well, we will be trying to get a hold of Jeff Kirui once again. We're just having a bit of a technical challenge here. I think a lot of activities going on, but we'll try and get him again to give us an update on what is happening there. Of course, just one of the things he did mention is that it appears that the results are coming down to what appears to be a two-horse race between UDA candidate David Ndakwa and DAP Seth Panyako. But right now, as we try to get Jeff Kirui, who is in Malava, I want us to move to the mini polls issue, where the mini polls held in various parts of the country today were characterized by violence and tension, underscoring an increase in political intolerance often witnessed during general elections. The chaos was more pronounced in Malava constituency in Kakamega County, where property was destroyed, others vandalized after supporters of Democratic Action Party of Kenya and United Democratic Alliance clashed at various places on the eve of the elections and on the voting day. And as Gloria Milimu reports, a top-of-the-range vehicle was set ablaze in Butali, Chegula ward, with DAP's candidate Seth Panyako claiming a plot to assassinate him. Take a look.
Political heat rising. Hooliganism taking center stage during the Thursday mini polls. In Malava constituency, Kakamega County, chaos erupted on the eve of the by-election, once again bringing to sharp focus cases of insecurity and politically instigated violence that often mar the country's election process. The Democratic Action Party candidate Seth Panyako found himself in the thick of things after his hotel was attacked by goons during a meeting he held with his supporters on Wednesday night. Panyako is accusing one of his opponents of organizing goons to attack his hotel and his supporters. During the night attack, property, including high-end vehicles, were destroyed.
They went through the roof, broke through the rooms, through the ceiling, entered the rooms, and I'm very happy that those who are within the rooms managed to hide under the beds. So they're not injured. Those who are found within the hall and those who are outside were severely injured.
Among those injured in the attack was Panyako's driver, who was rushed to Webuye Sub-County Hospital in Bungoma. He was later transferred to a private hospital in Kisumu for specialized care. One of the alleged goons who had rained terror at the hotel also sustained injuries after being captured and beaten by angry Panyako's supporters.
Your main objection ilikuwa gani? Ulikuwa unakuja kufanya nini?
The political aspirant who hopes to fill the vacant Malava parliamentary seat also alleges that distress calls to the security agencies in the area were ignored.
1.5 hours after I gave a distress call, there was no police. Matete police station said they had no vehicle.
Our democracy is facing its darkest hour of peril. We did realize yesterday that we had quite a number of ballots that are unaccounted for because the serialization of the over 800,000 ballots printed in Greece was tampered with. They did not allow us as participants in this electoral process to inspect and to verify these ballots.
Leaders have weighed in on the poll violence. Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna, through his Facebook account, wrote, and I quote, "Today has been one of the bloodiest election days in recent history. All the violence being witnessed across the country, from Kabuchai to Malava to Kasipul, point either to incompetence in the security command or their outright involvement in planning and executing it. CS Murkomen and his team must take responsibility for failing to secure the safety of all involved. end quote. Panyako is said to have later stormed the Malava police station to record a statement regarding an attack that left one of his vehicles riddled with bullets. All eyes are now on the announcement of the by-election results countrywide and how various candidates will respond.
Well, definitely a report there by our reporter there,